the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They run here with Rico Dowdle. 5 yards on the game's first play. 2nd down. They run again with Dowdle. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the 1st down marker. They'll try to throw now. Prescott steps away to his left. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a 1st.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a 1st down.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. To throw is Prescott. Staying on it, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. Play fake. Here's Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This is going to be the matchup to watch out on the perimeter, and it won't be the last time these two go at it. Both of them believe they are the superior. In this case, the win goes to the defense.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Now Prescott. The 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. A running play, it's Dowdle. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now Prescott going to change the play. They run here with Dowdle. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. Play action now. Prescott. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. Dowdle. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. Touchdown, Cowboys! Luke Schoonmaker, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Geno. Open man is Jalen Darden. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. And they'll run. It's Ken Walker to the 43, 2nd down. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here. From the 43, here's 2nd and 6. As they've got it as we resume action. And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Here's Smith. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A 1st down throw for Prescott. Being chased out left. Down the left sideline. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
No shortage of impressive moments from him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the 1st half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what the jump.
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Rico Dowdle taking it in from a yard out. And the Cowboys have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Aubrey now for the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
To throw on 2nd down is Smith. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. 3rd and 5. A give for Walker. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And they put it on the ground here on the 2nd drive. And, of course, Charles, that follows drive number 1 where they had the INT.
Makes you wonder what's going on with this team, because a lot of times we can attribute it to nerves, but maybe it's a lack of focus. Maybe it is the preparation for the game. Maybe they just came into a little lackadaisical, because that's just not looking good at all. That's just not the football that we came here to see.
On the run, it's Dowdle. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Off the play fake, Prescott out to his left. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. Here's first and goal, and gosh, points here. A chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Rico Dowdle with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys take a 3-touchdown lead. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. It's caught at the 5. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee. And they'll begin the drive at the 30. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Play action. It's Smith. They'll roll him out right. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Walker now on first and 10. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4. They'll try the air now with Smith. As it complete to Jackson Smith and Jigba. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Throw out wide to Walker, and he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and that will keep the deficit at 20.
And I think there on the left hash mark, he's just aiming down the middle and hoping to hit it true. But this ball started right and start working away from him, and it's going to wind up wide of the mark.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. On play action, Prescott. Left side to Lamb. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will do it for this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Back to throw, Smith.
Going right back to Fant. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up second down. Running right, here's Walker. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Throwing on third down, Smith. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Walker. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now fourth down. They snap it to Smith. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. On the move to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
So from the 37, here's 2nd and 3.
On second down, they'll run it here.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Stevens. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Rico Dowdle
punching it in from a yard away.
And the Cowboys are an extra point away from going up by 30. Aubrey good with a PAT.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Back to Walker on 1st down. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
They run again with Walker. They find some open field here. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
58 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies. 13. Check.
Trying the left side with Walker. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 2nd and 8 coming from the 19. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this 3rd quarter of play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They'll try for the first with Walker. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go on 4th. Smith. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Prescott off play action. Steps away. That's to Schoonmaker, the tight end. Will go down as a gain of 6. And that'll make it 2nd down. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. 1st down, Prescott. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 3rd and short yardage. Prescott. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Prescott looks to throw on 1st. Buying time to his left. Past the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
And this is a rarity in the NFL, a 100-yard game on the ground for a quarterback. Even as those passers get more athletic and mobile, we only see about 5 of these a season. It takes a special set of circumstances for it to happen, and of course, a special player.
2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Ferguson.
And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Here's Prescott. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through. And that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out. And down inside the 15 he goes. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Throwing here, Prescott. Rolling to his left. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Trey Brown. And the Seahawks are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That one goes for 24 yards. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves. But they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
On 1st down, Smith. Escaping the pressure right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on a flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Hey, defense, let's go. Watch the edge. Cougar 19.
On 2nd down, it's Walker.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Now Smith. Forced out to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. A couple of 1st downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
This 2nd and 4.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. 3 down. Sponge. No. Shoot. Hey, let's go Sunday.
This is Fant on the short completion. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, they were setting up the screen, CD, a lot of free runners, and they got there late, and the penalty ensued.
Yeah, somehow it didn't get into their brains that it was a screen, right? Instead of pulling off and chasing the ball downfield, they kept going towards the quarterback and knocked him down way late. That draws the penalty flag each and every time.
From the red zone now, Smith eluding the pressure right. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Flushed out right, and he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Myers connects on the PAT as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
This will be fielded in the end zone, but he'll decide against bringing it out, so they'll take over at the 30.